Good morning. I wanted to first thank the Scudder family and all those that are attending, our elected officials, um, from our congressman to our senator, to Mr. Carr, to our secretary, to President Schatzberg. Rep. Atsalis is actually driving back from the Carolinas. He's showing colleges and picking them out for his older daughter. So he sends his regards. And he asked me to come here specifically for two reasons. One, he certainly has been a good friend and has known the Scudder family for many, many years growing up across the street. But as a long-serving public servant, the worst thing you can do is to have lack of clarity and any confusion as to where you come from. And I failed even to say hi to Mr. Gordon. How are you? It's no secret that probably for 8 to 10 years that Rep. Atsalis has been, at the very least, not a cheerleader for the project. He always has had and does remain to have concerns about the project. That has not changed. But as a long-standing public servant, he believes in responsibility. And should a project transpire, even a project that a public servant has not euphorically endorsed over many years, and the opportunity to help his community and the Cape and Islands transpire, it would be irresponsible of him not to encourage a byproduct of something simply because you opposed the where it came from. Rep. Atsalis is responsible. He believes in job creation. He believes in supporting a long-standing industry, a maritime industry, a ferrying industry that has nearly equaled 100 years of service from a good family and a good community. If there are to be eco tours, he believes they should be here. He reminded me in a phone call about the history of creating the interstate highway system. And when, not that he was around then, but when it was built, there was a lot of argument. Where would the money come from? We knew it was about jobs, but there was a very high level of concern about what that would do to our farm belt and what we all think of as that area you fly over from east to west. And would we forget to know the great states in between the coasts? And many local and state officials adamantly protested those roads being built, and they had their reasons. But once that was passed, and appropriations, and they actually began construction, the local officials had to come to grips with, were they going to continue to oppose the byproduct of jobs, equaling the selling of gravel from their quarries, and continue the hardship that was going on economically? Well, they didn't. Of course, they sold the gravel, and we have roads there. Rep. Atsalis is very clear on this. He does congratulate the opportunity for those that hope, if ecotours are to exist, that they exist here to help the Cape and Islands, to help his community. And that's the message he wants to send. You deal with the cards you're dealt, you support and you stand by your community, and you are responsible. So thank you.